Where are you watching from today, gentlemen? Drop your city in the comments right now. I read every single one, and this community never stops amazing me with how wide it reaches. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button before we go any further. Because what I am about to share with you is the kind of thing most men over 50 never hear from their doctor, and you genuinely cannot afford to miss it. Now, I want to ask you something before we dive in. Have you ever done everything right? The exercise, the eating, the sleep, and still felt like something in your body was quietly working against you, like there was one missing piece nobody told you about. I have been working with men on exactly this kind of problem for 12 years, and I can tell you with complete confidence that the missing piece I find most often, the one hiding in plain sight inside almost every man who walks through my door frustrated and confused, is something so simple it almost seems insulting. It is not a hormone, it is not a medication, it is not even a supplement. But before I tell you what it is, I need to show you exactly what it is doing to your body first, because once you see it, you will never be able to unsee it, and everything changes from that moment forward. Stay with me. Let me tell you about a man I will call David, 61 years old, retired engineer, in good shape for his age, walked every morning, watched what he ate, barely touched alcohol. He came into my clinic 9 months ago and sat across from me with the kind of quiet frustration that I recognize immediately. Not angry, not panicking, just tired of feeling like his body had stopped cooperating with him without explanation. His erections had become unpredictable, sometimes strong, sometimes barely there, no pattern he could identify, no obvious cause. He had already convinced himself this was simply what 61 felt like. I asked him one question: walk me through what you drink on a typical day. He described what millions of men describe: coffee in the morning, maybe a tea mid-afternoon, water occasionally when he remembered, a glass of something with dinner. He thought he was doing fine. He was not doing fine. And the moment I explained what was actually happening inside his body, his entire face shifted. By the time you finish this video, you will understand exactly what I told David and exactly what he did differently in the weeks that followed. Here is the biological truth that most men have never been taught. An erection is not primarily a hormone event. It is not a psychological event. At its most fundamental level, an erection is a hydraulic event. Think of it like a water pump connected to a system of pipes. For that pump to fire correctly, three things must be true simultaneously. The fluid volume must be sufficient, the pressure must be steady, and the pipes must be clear enough to allow full, unobstructed flow. Your blood is roughly 80% water. When your body is even mildly dehydrated, not severely, not dramatically, just mildly, your blood volume decreases. When blood volume decreases, circulation slows. When circulation slows, the pressure required to fill erectile tissue fully and sustain it simply is not available. And here is the part that stops men cold when I explain it in my office. Your body does not consider an erection a survival priority. When resources are limited, your brain gets blood first, your heart gets blood, your lungs get blood, your penis is not on that list. Your body will quietly deprioritize sexual function every single time. Resources are scarce, and you will feel completely normal right up until the moment you do not. You are not thirsty. You feel fine. But your body made a decision hours ago that you are only discovering now in the moments that matter most. That is what was happening to David, and that is what may be happening to you. And if you are wondering who I am and why you should listen to me, that is a fair question, and I am glad you asked. My name is Dr. Reena. I am a urologist with 12 years of clinical experience, and my work focuses specifically on men's health, sexual function, urinary health, and the kinds of problems that most men carry in silence for years before they finally sit across from someone like me. I have worked with thousands of men across every age, background, and health profile. And what I can tell you after all of that is this: most of what quietly undermines a man's sexual health after 50 is not inevitable. It is simply unaddressed. And the difference between those two things is everything. I am not here to make you feel broken. I am not here to sell you something. I am here because you deserve the real information, the kind that actually changes something when you walk away from this screen. Now, let us get into exactly what is going wrong and precisely how to fix it. Mistake number 1, the panic chug. Meet the pattern I see in at least half the men who sit across from me. Morning gets busy. The water bottle sits untouched. 3 o'clock arrives and the realization hits. Almost nothing has been consumed all day. So 2 or 3 large glasses get down back to back. The box gets mentally checked and the day continues. Here is what that actually does inside your body. Rapid fluid intake dilutes your blood sodium faster than your kidneys can compensate. The result is bloating, low-grade headache, and fatigue that feels completely unrelated to hydration. Because most men never connect those symptoms to how they drank water 4 hours earlier. Your bladder suddenly overwhelmed with volume, it was not gradually prepared for shifts your entire physiological focus toward urgency and discomfort. None of those conditions support circulation. None of them support intimacy, and none of them actually solve the dehydration that accumulated across the day, because your body cannot absorb a flood the way it absorbs a steady stream. Your circulation does not benefit from volume, it benefits from consistency. The fixed think drip irrigation, not flash flood. Small, steady intake distributed across the entire day. Half a glass every 45 to 60 minutes is more powerful than 3 glasses at 4 in the afternoon. Your blood volume stays stable, your circulation stays primed, and your body never has to make the depth prioritization decision in the first place. Mistake number 2, skipping the morning window. This is the mistake that surprises men most when I lay it out in front of them. By the time you open your eyes, you have gone 7 to 8 hours without a single drop of fluid. Your blood is thicker than it was when you fell asleep. Your circulation is slower. Your body is already operating in a mild dehydration state before you have taken a single step. And what do most men do first? They make coffee. I am not telling you to give up your morning coffee, but caffeine is a mild diuretic. It signals your kidneys to release more fluid than you are taking in. So, if the first thing entering your system deepens the dehydration you already woke up with, you are spending the first 3 hours of your day running a deficit that affects every system in your body, including the ones responsible for circulation and sexual function. Within 20 minutes of waking, drink a full glass of water, 300 to 400 milliliters. If you want to make that glass work significantly harder, add a small pinch of natural salt and the juice of half a lemon. The salt replaces the electrolytes, magnesium, and potassium that your body needs for efficient fluid absorption. The lemon delivers vitamin C, which protects nitric oxide, the molecule your blood vessels need to relax, dilate, and allow full, unobstructed blood flow. That morning glass is the difference between a system that starts the day primed and one that spends 4 hours trying to recover from the night before. David started here, just this one change. And within 2 weeks, he told me his energy in the morning felt different before he had even touched anything else. Mistake number 3, waiting until you are thirsty. I want you to remember one sentence from this entire video if you remember nothing else. Thirst is not a warning. Thirst is already a consequence. By the time your brain registers the signal and sends the message to drink, dehydration is not approaching. It has already arrived. And mild dehydration, not severe, not dramatic, just the quiet, everyday version most men live inside without realizing it, is sufficient to reduce circulation, slow nerve signaling, lower energy, and affect the firmness and reliability of an erection. Your thirst mechanism was designed for survival in conditions where fluid was scarce and had to be conserved. It was not designed to keep a man over 50 optimally hydrated for peak circulation and sexual function. It will always tell you late. The men who improve fastest in my practice are the ones who stop reacting to thirst and start building hydration into their routine so automatically that it happens whether they think about it or not. Proactive over reactive every single time. Mistake number 4, counting the wrong drinks. Here is what most men believe. Coffee has water in it, tea has water in it, even beer has water in it. So they assume they are hydrating throughout the day even when they are not drinking plain water. This is one of the most common and most costly misunderstandings I encounter. Caffeinated drinks, coffee, black tea, energy drinks are mild diuretics. They do not simply deliver fluid. They signal your kidneys to excrete fluid at a rate that can exceed what you consumed. You drink a cup of coffee and your body may release more water than that cup contains. Alcohol is more direct. It suppresses the hormone antidiuretic hormone that your body uses to retain water. This is why a few drinks in the evening sends you to the bathroom multiple times through the night and leaves you significantly dehydrated by morning, affecting every system that depends on blood volume and circulation before the day has even started. None of this means elimination. It means accounting. For every cup of coffee, your body needs at least an equivalent volume of plain water just to stay even. For every alcoholic drink, add more. These beverages exist in a separate column from your hydration. They do not contribute to it, they draw from it. Most men feel like they are drinking enough because they are always holding something. What they are holding is not the same as what their body actually needs. Mistake number 5, getting the timing wrong before intimacy. I want you to pay close attention here because this is the mistake with the highest emotional stakes and the one nobody ever talks about. Imagine this. You have had a good day. The conditions feel right. You are present. Your partner is present. And there is a genuine moment of connection available to you. And then your body introduces a distraction. Not desire, not doubt, but physical discomfort. A full pressured bladder competing directly with every other sensation in your body. This is what happens when a man who has been underhydrated all day tries to correct it in the hour before intimacy. The body cannot rapidly absorb a large fluid intake. The bladder fills faster than the circulation benefits arrive. The result is discomfort and urgency at the exact moment you need presence and ease. The solution is not less water before intimacy. The solution is enough water all day so that your body arrives at that moment already primed, not scrambling to compensate. Ease off large fluid intakes 45 minutes before intimacy. Let the reservoir you built across the entire day do its work. Your circulation is already supported. Your blood volume is already stable. Your body does not need a last-minute top-up. It needs you to trust the system you built. That is the difference between a body that shows up and a body that makes excuses. The practical framework. Here is the complete daily framework I gave David and that I give every man in my practice who wants to address this systematically. Wake up and within 20 minutes drink a full glass of water with a pinch of natural salt and half a lemon squeezed in. Then sip steadily throughout the day, half a glass roughly every 45 to 60 minutes. Do not count coffee or tea as hydration. Enjoy them, but replace what they take. In the afternoon, check your urine color. Pale straw yellow means your system is where it needs to be. Dark yellow means you are behind and your body has already started making the decisions you do not want it making. Ease off large amounts 45 minutes before intimacy and let the day's consistent hydration do the work. That is the system. It costs nothing. It requires no prescription. It demands no dramatic lifestyle overhaul. It just requires consistency and the understanding that your body responds to exactly what you give it. Gentlemen, I want to pause here and say something that has nothing to do with water and everything to do with why you are still watching. If you have been struggling with this, if you have been lying awake wondering whether this is simply what your body is now, I need you to hear this directly from me. You are not broken. You are not past your prime. And what you are experiencing is not a verdict on who you are as a man. It is a systems problem. And systems problems have solutions. David came back to see me 6 weeks after that first appointment. He had done exactly what I described. Nothing dramatic, nothing expensive, just the morning glass, the steady sipping, the consistent rhythm. And he sat across from me with a completely different energy. Not because something had been given back to him, but because he realized it had never left. It was simply waiting for the right conditions to return. Drop one word in the comments right now that describes how you want to feel at 65. Just one word. I am reading every single one. Here is what I want you to carry out of this video today. Age does not take away your vitality. Neglect does, and neglect is not a character flaw. It is simply the result of nobody ever telling you what your body actually needs and why. You now know what David knows. You now understand what is happening inside your body when it underperforms and exactly what to do about it. And you know that the solution was never complicated. It was just missing. This is not just about what happens in the bedroom. It is about the man who still shows up fully for his partner, for his children, for the grandchildren who look up at him and see someone strong and present and alive. That man is not a memory. He is available to you right now, today, with a glass of water and a decision to be consistent. I am Dr. Reena, and after 12 years of sitting across from men who thought their best days were behind them, I can tell you with complete certainty that the strongest version of you is not behind you. He is right ahead, and he starts tomorrow morning with one glass of water. If this video gave you something today, hit the like button, subscribe so you never miss what is coming next, and drop that one word in the comments below. I am reading every single one. Take care of yourselves, gentlemen. You have built something worth protecting. Now, give your body what it needs to keep going.